Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we are going to talk about fresh release from Eduard, and it comes in 148 scale, so it copies BF 109G-14 AS. And in 148 scale it should be quite an interesting build in case you would like to copy the famous German fighter in big scale. And this is a Profipack, so you'll get all the necessary bonuses inside, and in my opinion this is quite an effective buy for those who are conscious of the budget. And we have a commercial sample here, so it means you will get exactly the same stuff as what you'll see in this video review. And first of all, I have to note the box art. As usual, Eduard has really interesting image here, so it might be also a good choice for the poster to put on your wall, because I'm sure that it will be available as a separate poster as well on official Eduard website, obviously. And the box size is standard for this type of kits from Eduard. Here you can see comparison with my hand. Next, on the side here you'll find some safety information and also address of the manufacturer. By the way, the kit number is 82162, and on the opposite side you can see 5 marking options which are included here, so they are quite colorful, especially for the German aircraft. So let's open it. Here is what we have inside. It's a top opening box, and we have all the sprues separated into several plastic bags. Obviously we will start from the top and then gradually we'll move to the bottom of this box. Clear sprue is supplied in the Ziploc bag, so I'm going to open it right now. And as you can guess, we have canopy parts here, so I will show them in a second. Here they are. Let's zoom in a bit, and now you can see what I'm talking about. So all these canopy parts look really good, and because we have a Profipack here, so it means you will have masks included. Pre-cut masks will be easy to use, and of course they're ready to be used straight away. You will see them later in the video review, but note that we have the main canopy sections molded separately, so it means you can open the cockpit on your model. And in 148 scale this is a really handy feature, because you can expose the cockpit and show what is actually hidden inside and how the cockpit is detailed in your build. And next I'm opening another plastic bag. You can hear that it's a resealable plastic bag. So here we have gray plastic sprues. For example, this one is dedicated to wing parts, and I think we should zoom out a bit so that you can understand what I'm talking about. So we have here, I would say, classic design of the wings. It means one lower panel, 2 top panels. We have whole wing mechanization molded separately. Note that pitot tube here is pre-molded, so you have to be careful while joining all this stuff together. Air intakes, main wheel wells, they are also separate. We have also recessed panel lines and riveting here, so everything looks fine for this scale. And if I flip it over, you can see that wing edges, they will serve as a guiding elements as well, but we also have the guiding pins here, so it will be relatively easy to align all this stuff together. Just pay attention to the fitment and you'll be alright. Next we continue with bigger plastic sprue. So here we have even more interesting thing, because these are fuselage halves. Both are molded without tail fins, as you can notice. So tail fins, they will have to be installed separately, because we have several versions. By the way, here we have the one pair of the tail fins, and here is another one. We also have the top cowling panels. As you can see, they are molded as one-piece parts, and hinge is molded separately, so you have to install it as an additional part. We have the same external features as what we saw on the wings, and if I flip it over, here inside we have some minor cockpit features, but of course they will be enhanced with help of PE parts, because we are dealing with a Profipack here, so you shouldn't be worried. We actually get more features out of the box, even though original plastic also looks good and in my opinion offers a lot for the out-of-the-box detailing. Next I'm opening another plastic bag. So here we have even bigger plastic sprues, because they are dedicated to the various accessories. So for example, here we have mix of parts for external and internal features. For example, we have wing mechanization parts, we also have separate rudder, fuel tank, exhausts, also machine gun barrels, we have landing gear for the tail, and also various attachment points for the fuel tank or for the bombs. We even have the underwing cannons, even though I'm not sure that they will be used in this particular version. Next we continue with another gray plastic sprue. So this one is dedicated to the again, mix of parts, because here we have 3 versions of the propeller. We have the cockpit floor, we have several types of the instrument panel, landing gear panels, main wheel well parts, also landing gear wheels, several types as you can see. Some bombs, fuel tank, and also some minor elements for the cockpit. So everything looks really nice. Do not forget that some of those can be replaced with the brassing in case you would like to get even more features. That might be a really good investment into your build. And of course, what we get here in the original kit, it looks really great, and I think it should look even better after some careful painting and weathering. Next, we continue with the masks and P fret. So for the masks, I was already mentioning that we have pre-cut masks here. As you can see, they will be handy not only for the canopy, I can see they will be used also for some other elements, which is really handy. And because they're pre-cut, you can use them straight away. You don't have to cut everything by your own, and that's really useful thing. Next, we continue with the P fret. So this one is pre-painted and also typical product for Eduard. We usually get it in every Profipack from Eduard. We have glazing on the dials as you can see, so this is a nice feature to copy the glasses over the dials. And of course we have also here various meshes, so they will go into air intakes and make whole appearance a bit more convincing. Decal sheet, they come in the separate plastic bag, so we have 2 of them here. I'm opening them right now, and these are actually printed in Eduard. So the first one is dedicated to the stencils. Here I will have to close the lenses and zoom in a bit. So here you can see what I am talking about. We have several colors of the stencils, which is really handy because different marking options will require different stencils obviously. And next we continue with the larger decal sheet, which is dedicated to today's particular boxing, because here we have all the necessary symbols for marking options, and as you remember we have 5 of them here. So we have also the spinner decals. Here we have swastika, we have even the dashboard decal. In case you are not that huge fan of P parts, then you can use these things in order to apply in the cockpit. And next we continue with assembly manual. So this one is printed in form of large color printed brochure. Here I have to zoom out because otherwise it will not fit into the frame. So on the first page we have a short history note. Next we continue with the parts map. So blue color means that these parts will not be used. We have also small colors chart. Assembly process starts with the cockpit, so here you will have to work with some P parts. Be ready for this. Next we continue with instrument panel assembly, and then we join fuselage halves together with the rear landing gear and also the cockpit. Next we continue with cooling panels. We install also the exhaust stacks and tail wings as far as you can see. Next we have the wings assembly here. So as you can see, some of the masks will be actually used for the position lights on the wings. We work on the wing mechanization in the next steps. As you remember, it was molded separately, so that's really great, especially for BF109 where it is quite developed, I would say. So as you can see, you can assemble the flaps in the retracted position, but maybe it is possible also to assemble it in the folded position, because you can just delete the installation points, I guess. Next we continue with the landing gear and its installation on the wing. Next, here we decide whether you would like to have the open or closed canopy, because it will also define the parts choice on your model. And here we install the fuel tank. Again, it's a matter of choice, because as far as you can see, not all marking options using it. As for the masks, so we have masks for the main wheels, we have them for the canopy, and we also have it for the armor shield, which is installed inside the canopy. So here's the first marking option with this green camouflage from January 1945, one more from autumn 1944, another one from October 1944. Here we continue with March 1945, and another one from April 1945. And of course the stenciling guide, because there are a lot of stencils on BF109, and I recommend not to be lazy and install all or apply all these stencils on your model. So as for the whole kit, it should be already available. You can get it on official Eduard website. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about this release. Do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.